new Nikon Z8 is here, and we were so lucky to test out the video features of this camera for a whole week. So in this video we're gonna test out the camera in a music video shoot and also for kind of a 90s sci-fi short film kind of thing, so just stay tuned. As you might have seen on this channel, last year we made some content with a Z9. We made some music videos and also a travel video to South Africa. As the Z9 could shoot 8K RAW video, ProRes, 120 frames 4K on a full frame sensor with great autofocus and vivid colors, we used it for several productions and were quite happy with the results. And now the Nikon Z8 is here. And why Nikon Z8, you might ask, and not Nikon Z9 Mark II or something like that? To be honest, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's a smaller camera size? Who knows? Nevertheless, a smaller size is great, as that was something filmmakers didn't like with the Z9. The monitor is the same size, which is great. And now the Z8 can use both CF Express cards and SD cards compared to Z9, which only takes CF Express cards. That's good for those who have SD cards and don't want to buy CF Express cards, but of course if you want to shoot with dual cards inside the camera, it might be safer to have two CF Express cards. So it depends on how you shoot and what kind of cards you have from before. The Z8 has two USB-C connections, so you can charge the camera while you are using devices such as the Nikon's MC-N10 remote grip. It doesn't have the Ethernet port, as you can see, but everything else is the same. And the same is with the video specs. The Z8 has the same processor and sensor as the Z9, and the same 8K Nikon RAW video, ProRes 4K 120 frames per second, and so on. Some might think that this is disappointing, that they haven't upgraded the video specs. But remember, those specs are now inside a small body, without getting overheated over time. So you can shoot 8K RAW without getting overheated in this small form factor. And that's quite impressive actually. Cameras are becoming so good now, and we can talk about specs a whole day. But I think what really matters is how it is to use the camera, how the footage is actually from a real shoot, and also how it is to work with the footage in post. So let's go out, shoot an improvised music video during daytime, in mixed lighting in the evening, and also with set lighting in our studio, and see how the footage looks. Okay, we're in the studio, and we're gonna try an effect on all these aperture lamps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aperture lamps here in our studio, and we are using now like this pulse effect. So every lamp has a pulse effect, and we're using cyclorama. Alejandra is gonna sit here and improvise.
Technically.
Yeah. So we made a music video before, and now you're coming out with some new songs. So we're shooting in this studio and also going out to shoot some day shots and some evening shots and see what the camera is capable of.
Maybe I can just start like the opposite way, like no funciona.
Yeah, that's cool. Camera, and action.
No funcionó, lo nuestro terminó. Te extrañé por supuesto, pero ya pasó. Y yo voy en ascenso, no es malos sentimientos. En la calle te veo y yo.
So for this shoot we decided to go with ProRes 422HQ in 4K, some in 25 FPS and some in slow motion. And we used the DJI transmitter to send the signal for Anders' director's monitor.
That is great.
Wow, the effect is cool. Damn.
That was really cool.
One more?
Yeah. But that's what happened. Hot card warning. Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
I'll take it.
Ouch, that's not good. The camera we used was a pre-released version, so hopefully it was just a firmware thing. Nevertheless, we changed the card when we now went out to shoot outdoors. And hopefully this wouldn't happen again. We'll see. Matthias, what do you think about in here? This whole music video shoot was improvised. We just walked around Oslo in Norway, filming at locations we thought was interesting.
I mean, I didn't even know what we were shooting. Anders just gave me the camera and said go, and I was like, okay, shit. So we just went outside and started filming. It was a little bit chaotic, but it worked out.
Nice.
Kameran går.
So we decided not to go for 8K or RAW this time, just because it takes up a lot of space and it's a little bit of an overkill. We usually shoot ProRes 422 and that's more than good enough. So if you end up with a horribly wrong white balance, for example, RAW would definitely help, but in our case that probably wouldn't happen. So yeah, 422 ProRes is more than good enough.
It helps a lot when the artist is good in front of the camera. It makes the images better in a way. I think Alejandra was comfortable because she knew us a little bit from before, and also we were a small crew shooting handheld, being flexible, and also of course showing positive energy and giving her feedback on the go. Maybe walk towards us.
He's really squeezing the sun right now.
So there's a lot of factors that come into play when you're exposing a shot. When you're using a new camera, you're using a new sensor and a different monitor than you're used to. So it's important to experiment. And since it's really hard to recover highlights in Z9, and since this has the same sensor, we knew that we should probably underexpose a little bit on what the screen is saying. We used zebra stripes in the Z8 to make sure we weren't getting any clipping.
Nice. Then we have that.
We have that.
Yes.
No, we need something more.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, cool.
Okay, let's try just to walk down here. I can give you some cues while we walk. So 50mm. Okay, ready? Camera.
Rolling.
Action. Then it was time for the evening shots, and we tried to use the light that was on the set. Like if we went to a place, we used the light that was there. And then it feels good knowing that we could shoot everything in 10-bit ProRes 422 HQ or even RAW, in case we had to adjust the mixed lighting in post. Action.
We're exciting with some haze here just to see what happens.
Should we play?
So this is a perfect occasion to use the Smoke Genie haze machine because now we don't have any power and we're just improvising on the go. So we can just keep this with us and yeah, just add some smoke. And also we're bringing the fan with us so we can have smoke and spread it. Nice. Thank you. That's so good. Let's walk toward the train maybe. We all like to shoot in different ways. I'm more of a run and gun type, so I like to improvise on set and be quick and intuitive, because then I think a lot of original shots can happen. Like this random location we found.
For the night shoot, we brought the Zhiyun Molus X100 and some Godox light tubes.
Ja, kanskje skru den litt ned, og den her også litt ned.
And we've done that before on a different shoot, and that works really well when you're out run and gunning just in the nighttime in the city. It's really nice to just have some lights to bring up close, to make it like soft and yeah, just play with the lights and bring up the light levels just a little bit since it's so dark everywhere else.
Yeah.
Det ser ut som The Voice.
Yeah.
This is the boss.
And action.
I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about the boys.
Yeah.
Action.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's find the last spot and do some singing, and then we're done. Any ideas where to go?
No funcionó, lo nuestro terminó. Te extrañé por supuesto, pero ya pasó. Y yo voy en ascenso, no malos sentimientos.
Nice, good job. Very good. Can we just do one verse in like a little bit wide? I really like that she was like alone. People just walking behind us.
What are you doing now, Matthias? Switching to a wider lens so we can get a little bit closer but still keep that low angle.
And that's how we keep a warm. Yeah,
Så får jag- Last shot now, last shot.
Last shot.
You're doing great.
Who is shooting this last shot? You, Anders? Oh, look at that! Switching. Woo!
It's just to get on the end titles as a cinematographer, I'm shooting the last shot.
So I only used the camera for a few hours, but my first impression is that it's easy to film it. It's small, it's relatively lightweight. We even had the transmitter on it and that was completely fine. The battery time is great, even though the battery is a little bit smaller than the Z9. Can't even remember if we switched the battery, and we only had 2 batteries, so that was pretty nice.
Great, thank you. Now it looks like I filmed the whole thing. Did it look okay? Was it in focus?
Yeah, it was good.
I think the focus was great in this lens. I moved so much back and forth. Oh, I'm still recording. Did I actually record?
Oh,
Yeah, I did record.
you did?
So yeah, that was a music video shoot in 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to look at the material and see what we get out of it.
Like
That's
that.
a wrap, isn't it?
Yay!
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yo. Okay, so how is the footage looking?
It's looking really good.
Nice. I see this like kind of a film look on it.
Yeah. So I've used film box.
Yeah.
So it's like a film emulation look. So this is the raw footage, and then I kind of like to see how it's gonna look with the film box. The film box also has like a contrast built into it, kind of. So that's why I like to see kind of what that does first. And then I go and adjust, and then I switch by like turning off the film box to see like how it looks with just the other adjustments.
So what we see here now is very like straight out of camera, just a little bit changed in the curves, like contrast. And the colors looks good, like really good.
Yeah. Like this is what it looked like straight out of the camera. It's quite like dark, but we managed to like bring it up quite a lot. But as you can see, there's a lot of like noise. So here we had added noise reduction. I think on this one you can really tell that the noise reduction is a lot. So this is with and without film box.
Cool.
The whole image was quite like warm, so I made it a little bit cooler, but then I wanted to work more on her skin tone. I felt like she was a bit washed out, so when I adjusted the skin, I also like took it down like a little bit.
Okay.
So that I felt like she was a bit pale. This is like all of the color adjustment I did, which is like, it's quite subtle, it's not...
Yeah, but she looks a little bit green without it.
Yeah.
I asked you to like pick out the best shots for this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But it looks like you edited the whole music video.
Yeah, it just kind of happened, you know. I just had all the shots there and it was synced and...
Because I said to Alejandra, we can like make a teaser for you. Like, but now actually we can show her the whole music video.
Yeah.
Nice. A music video made in less than, or at least shot in 3 hours and edited in 1 or 2 days. So let's show you guys parts of the music video. Here it comes.
No funcionó, lo nuestro terminó. Te extrañé por supuesto, pero ya pasó. Y yo voy en ascenso, no malos sentimientos. En la calle te veo y yo estoy feliz de verte feliz. Deseo todo lo bueno, aunque no esté ahí, ahí, ahí. Estoy feliz de verte feliz. Mejor que ayer andamos, mi vida evolucionado y estoy feliz.
Yeah!
I'm so surprised. I'm so shocked. That was amazing. I don't know what to say. I'm very surprised. I am in shock. I was expecting like a very small video. Like, okay, you have a lot of footage, so it's gonna be a lot. But this is insane.
So far, so good. We also brought the camera out to shoot some 90s inspired sci-fi scenes. Oh yeah. At this location, we had some horrible hard shadows with sunlit snow. Again, since we knew this camera, we made sure that the highlights was not burned out, but choose to underexpose a bit and pull up the shadows in post. You will of course get some noise when doing this, depending on what ISO we are shooting. In DaVinci Resolve, it's very easy to remove noise with a noise reduction. We shot most of these scenes on a dolly and a tripod.
And action! Nice! Good job, Emma, that's perfect.
And since the Z8 is small and light, it was easy to shoot handheld inside the van as well. We used mostly the 24 to 70mm f2.4 with a variable ND for this shoot.
Aperture 1.2. Then you need the strongest ND.
And for this shot, we used the 85mm f1.2. Again, we shot everything in ProRes 422HQ 4K. I love the autofocus in this camera. When you're shooting on a full frame with aperture 2.4, handheld, it's so fun. If I had to find one thing that could have been better in this camera, it probably had to be the stabilizer. A good stabilizer inside the camera helps so much when shooting handheld. Here's a quick test with 2 different stabilizing modes in the camera. But of course, this is just a wish. You know, it's a kind of a limit on how critical you can be and how spoiled you can be when it comes to cameras. You know, this is a great camera. It all depends on how you use it, of course. If you're curious about the 90s shoot we had, we're gonna make a video about that next week, so remember to subscribe. And check out the previous video we made with Nerdforce and William Foucher, where we tested out visual production in our studio. That's like the next test we did, and tried to put Martina into her own miniature castle in visual production. So check that out, there's a link somewhere here, and I'll see you again soon. Ha det bra!
Action!
Oh, that looks so good.